Hey there, Cancer. It's Jen here from tarotspirit.net. This is your October reading. I was meditating and shuffling, and cards started coming out, so let's jump in. Um, I'm not an astrologer, but I'm an armchair astrologer, and so I do like to take a little peek. But these are more my intuitive interpretations. I'm not. Go find your. If anything intrigues you, go to a real astrologer and listen to what they have to say. This is going to be more intuitive based. Um, so the full moon on October 1st or 2nd, it's probably going to be more the 2nd, in Aries. That's a harvest moon for those of us. I guess it wouldn't be a harvest moon in Australia, but they call it a harvest moon here in the US. And then a new moon in Libra on October 16th. Oh, October 14th, Mercury goes retrograde. So that means with the shadow period, we're in Mercury retrograde most of October. Um, I don't, I find Mercury retrograde more as um, a trickster than a catastrophic thing. It's more something happens and or there's a misunderstanding, and it actually allows me to step back a little bit and laugh and go, "Oh, Mercury retrograde." It just kind of allows you to not get swept up in some of the drama of the miscommunication or what's things that come back around, just to kind of have that attitude. Um, So there's on October 31st, we have a blue moon, so another full moon in the same month. This is in the sign of Taurus. And then I can't remember, I've already forgotten. I do so many readings, I kind of even in the beginning forget where I've been. So then I thought this was newsworthy, is that Venus moves into Libra on October 28th. And Libra loves to be coupled. They feel best when they're in a committed relationship, in a partnership. So you may, if you don't already have a partner, meet someone, and we'll see if some of those moons come up, and you'll just be feeling that you look good, that you're attractive. I think it'll be more like you will be projecting out. Um, I just heard I'm open for business. Oh my God. Um, but yeah, maybe you will be putting yourself out there if you're single, um, dipping your toe there and kind of giving it a try. Maybe you had thrown in the towel for a while, just like fuck it, I'm not even gonna bother. Um, and I'm doing Cancer. Did I even say that? So this is a Cancer reading for October 2020. Um, Maybe joining a website or almost like forcing yourself to go on dates or reach out to people or put yourself out there in some way. Open for business. At the bottom, we have the Ten of Wands. Um, this is this is a time when you need to. The traditional Rider Waite deck has someone with these 10 big rods bundled up on their back, and they're all hunched over, and obviously they're carrying too much of a burden, whatever that is. And I always like to think, and I think they do it in the after tarot, which is kind of cool, shows the next scene after the traditional tarot card you're used to, because I always envision this person just dumping the the pack of rods onto the ground, and then really looking at the rods. Is that my responsibility? Is that my responsibility? Why am I still carrying that resentment and negative feelings about something that happened in 6th grade? Um, and really sort of it gives you a chance to examine, and why am I being codependent and enabling this person? Why am I, what what really is mine and what do I really of mine still need to be carrying forward? And then, so lightening your load, cleansing, unburdening, decluttering, more on an internal level though. So maybe you're the type of person that likes to keep things neat and not cluttered on the outside, but really it's been trying to um, outwardly manage something that's actually internal, like anxiety and feeling stressed and all that it's internal. It's not something that can be fixed by a neat house. What was going on recently? The Wheel of Fortune. So you feel like things are changing. I feel like this is internally, the wheels are starting, have been spinning, and you've been maybe in the planning stages and trying to figure out, okay, what do I want my life to look like? And it's almost a Seven of Cups energy that Taurus just had. So maybe Taurus is, you'll have some connection with the Taurus, but I feel like you are really trying to figure out how to manifest the things you want to manifest, but you have to first figure out what that is, and that might be um, tripping you up a little. I still don't know what I want to do when I grow up, and I'm 49. So what do you want most? Mother of Stone, perception. So Queen of Pentacles. That's very nice. That goes with Cancer. I can see that being a really nice energy for you. Um, this would be comfortable. This would be making a house a home, people feeling comfortable around you, being down to earth, not being prone to drama, being accepting, not nitpicking, understanding that there's in the Pentacles, there's a connectedness to the earth, right? It's an earth sign. And when you're connected to the earth, to outdoors, to plants, to um, the living world, it's calming for you. It's like that is one place where externally, if you can stay connected to the earth, that can, an external thing that can help internally. But then what are all those other concepts of the earth signs? They're slower. They take their time. They know that some things take a while. They're a process. You can't force them. And they're okay with that. And they just keep putting one foot in front of the other and figure out how to make the most um, of what's happening right now. They're very in touch with the seasons, and they're mindful, they're aware, they notice. If they're outside, they take a second to breathe in the air, to feel where the wind's coming from. What are the natural sounds you hear? Is there a brook in the background? Listening to birds, a chipmunk, someone yelling from across the way? Just being really mindful. How is my body feeling? Um, what is my mind doing? Is my mind racing? Okay, let's redirect that and let's be mindful of how lucky we are to be here. What's kind of going on right now? The moon. So these moons will be affecting you, even though, yeah, none of them are in a water sign, but that doesn't matter. There is a full moon. So, but no, your card's the Chariot. I always think of, I guess this is more Pisces, but this could definitely be one of the major arcanas that, it says Pisces right there. But I could see that you connect with this energy anyway, just because it's a water energy. Um, Having trouble figuring out your emotions. Maybe, I feel like maybe there's a relationship where you really want to love the person or be attracted to them or whatever, but you just aren't, and you're kind of struggling with that. Like, why can I not be with this wonderful person? Yet the guys or the girls I'm with, although I did say guys, so maybe I'm talking to a girl or someone who dates guys. But then the other people don't treat me the same way, don't look at me the same way. Who's and you can intellectually you can see, who will be a better partner for my life, because there are so many other things. Just having the same grounded values, that earth energy, the what you want for a family. So having those conversations are so much more important than wanting to rip each other's clothes off. But it's hard. I don't know. It's so hard. So I feel like that's kind of what you're struggling with. Excuse me. Justice, Libra. Bam. Get balanced, man. It's like Libra just comes in. The sword card just comes in and is like, okay, listen. And I'm a Libra moon, actually. Interesting. Um, Listen, you can't force yourself to be attracted to someone you're not. However, it doesn't mean you have to settle for the people you're meeting. I mean, you have to be patient. The Pentacles sign is going to take that long game again. So you have to get even this perception, the perspective that to enjoy the journey and not be so focused on the goal, because as we often find with external goals, they don't it's a short-lived hit. It really isn't necessary. It's so weird. Okay, that's very contradictory, I understand, but that's the thing. No matter how, yes, we can feel great and accomplished and be proud of it, but it isn't going to fix anything inside in the long run. What's coming up? Wow. Love is out there and coming. That emotional connection with someone that you don't sit there and doubt. It doesn't mean they're perfect, but you're not trying to talk yourself into something. Some overall cards. Yeah. Page of Cups, the seeker. Yeah, you're still seeking, and that's okay. Don't stop. Keep exploring. Keep moving forward. Keep being curious. Keep trying out new things. Be open. Keep giving your heart. You don't give it away, but keep giving your heart. Keep putting it out there. Keep moving forward. Wow. I didn't see that one coming. The Tower. This Ten of Wands, this burden you're carrying, this could be some inner child stuff, whatever it is. If if you don't throw those raws down by yourself and get rid of the ones that are just that aren't yours to carry, or you still shouldn't be carrying, something will come along and release that burden for you. So like if you're seeing someone and you you're into the idea of it, but when it comes right down to it, you're not sure that this is the right, this isn't the right person, but you're having trouble admitting it because, I don't know, they're cute. They check all the boxes in they check a lot of the boxes. It may be, if you're kind of just going along, they may end up like breaking up with you. I don't know why I'm laughing. I don't want that to happen. I don't think that's funny. But it's just, it's kind of, is that ironic? Um, and so it's just like, I mean, haven't we all sort of had that happen? And then you realize then you want them and you're pissed and you're like, what am I doing? I didn't really even want this relationship anyway. But because I got dumped versus dumping them, somehow, I guess you have to. It's humiliating. So not in I just see this as a little bit of. I think if you have the right perspective before you kind of go there, you'll be able to pause and go, well, that was quite the twist. But then you realize, okay, that it wasn't right. Like, it's the universe. I don't see this as being something catastrophic at all. I almost see this very trickster, playful energy. Um, like you could have a silly ghost in your house that just, I don't know, you feel like life's kind of playing with you. It's not horrible, but it's kind of like really, um, or if you go through life a little bit, you're running a little late, and of course there's a school bus in front of you, and instead of sitting there pissed the whole time, about something you can't do anything about, and it's dangerous if you were to try to pass it or whatever and illegal, just kind of laughing. I mean, that's like that Mercury retrograde. You kind of have to just go, well, it's not make it so personal. Oh, okay, so when you're dating, not to make it so personal, not investing too much in it, just keeping it light, because why? I mean, you're just meeting someone. It means it's that's it. It means nothing. Sorry. All right, I'm gonna pull a few cards for romance, even though that was kind of a romance reading. I can see you with a Taurus. I'm sorry, my throat's scratchy. It's so annoying. The Hermit of Virgo. So I just see an earth sign around you. The Hermit's doing the internal. You need someone that's been through it. You need someone that's been dumped before. You need someone that's had to dump. You need someone with a little bit of experience. I could see an older person or a more mature person. They're not, necessarily correlated, but someone that's been there and had the tower happen and had things shaken up and had to do the hermit work and go within, and maybe they got taken down a notch. They may even tell you a story of how that they were really cocky, or but I don't feel that this is a bit. I feel this person's very sincere, and you'll be able to tell that. And it just has made them a calmer, more down to earth person. Temperance. Here's Sag again. Oh, that was with Taurus's reading. So balance. You have Justice and Temperance. To me, they're kind of both balancing cards. The Knight of Cups. Yeah, an offer of love coming in. A change of heart. And the Seven of Swords. So the seven of Swords, these two people have turned away from each other. Oh, there's a horse in the background. So I wouldn't get mixed up with anyone that's still, I mean, they're still in bed together. So make sure that someone's really free, especially before you make sure you have a conversation about about seeing other people and asking the questions to really understand. I mean, it could be someone that's divorced or getting a divorce or breaking up or has broken up but still lives be financially with their ex, and I just feel like that is not something to jump into if when they're fine, when they're fully free and out and living on their own. Okay, but I just see that as a red flag. I mean, I understand it financially. I mean, people have lost jobs. It's a really difficult time. Um, it may be still beneficial. However, I feel like they also, if they're not still sleeping together, one of them still wants to, and it's just not a good, it's not something I would want to get in the middle of. So you'll have to think about that. But you need to ask the questions to figure out what the situation is. And or if you find out they haven't been completely honest, um, that's a red flag, and to move on and to not, not put more into that than there is. So taking that earth sign approach. Okay, well, thank you very much. I'm doing cancer. I know I'm doing cancer. I hope you have a great October. Take